I still remember the cold bite of their laughter echoing in my ears as I packed my battered old bag, clutching my sketch pad like it was a lifeline. "You really think you're going to make a living on that?" my father sneered, his voice dripping with condescension. "You're wasting your life chasing some childish dream. You're an embarrassment to this family." My mother shook her head, eyes filled with disappointment. The siblings, some smirking, others silent, watched me as if I were already a failure. That moment felt like 1,000 knives stabbing into my heart. But beneath the pain, a spark of defiance ignited. I refused to let their words drown my hope. They mocked me for daring to dream of becoming a painter, said I should grow up, get a real job, join the real world. I was told I'd never scrape together enough to survive, let alone succeed. But I clung to my passion, pouring every ounce of my soul into my art. Nights blurred into dawn as I worked tirelessly, ignoring the sneers and jokes, knowing that if I didn't believe in myself, no one else would. The road was brutal. Rejection after rejection, galleries turning me down, clients dismissing my work as too strange, unmarketable. Friends faded away, whispering behind my back that I was wasting my time, that I should get a real career. But I kept going, fueled by a stubborn hope and a quiet conviction that I was destined for something greater. Every small victory, an article in a local magazine, a sold-out show, became a testament that I was more than the mockery I endured. Years passed. I toiled in obscurity, my paintings gradually gaining recognition. I refused to give up, even as doubts gnawed at me, even when the world seemed determined to keep me small. I learned that failures are just lessons cloaked in disappointment, that persistence is the only true currency for those chasing a dream. And finally, after a decade of relentless effort, my work was displayed in galleries across the country. Critics called my art bold, honest, and transformative. I had become what they once ridiculed, an acclaimed artist with a voice that could no longer be ignored. But the greatest victory was yet to come. The call came unexpectedly, an invitation to return home for an exhibition of my latest collection, titled Resilience. I knew they'd be there, the family that had once dismissed me as a fool. I wondered how they'd react now, if they'd see the person I'd become or cling to their old judgments. I took a deep breath, dressed in my best, and stepped into the familiar town that once felt like a prison. The night of the show, I stood in a spacious gallery, surrounded by my paintings, vivid, raw, unapologetically me. As I watched visitors move from piece to piece, I saw a young woman approach, tears glistening in her eyes. She looked at me and whispered, "Your story, it's so powerful. You inspired me to chase my own dream, no matter what anyone says." I smiled, feeling the weight of years of struggle melt away. Then, unexpectedly, my family arrived. I saw my father's eyes widen as he took in the gallery. The colors, the life I had poured into every brushstroke. My mother's hand trembled as she looked at a portrait I'd painted of our old house, a place I'd once been told I could never recreate on canvas. My siblings looked uncomfortable, shifting awkwardly, perhaps realizing they'd judged too harshly. Finally, my father approached. Silence stretched between us. I looked him in the eye, a mixture of resolve and forgiveness swirling inside me. "Dad," I began softly, "remember when you that I was wasting my time? Well, I've become something you said I couldn't. I've built a life from nothing, from dreams you dismissed as foolish. I want you to see what's possible when you believe in someone, even if they're different from what you expect." He face, unreadable. Then he looked at my paintings, at the passion, the raw emotion pouring from every stroke. For a long moment, he said nothing. When he finally spoke, his voice was quiet, almost trembling. "I was wrong. I should have believed in you. I see now that your dreams made you who you are. I'm proud, and I'm sorry." Tears welled in my eyes. This was the moment I'd fought for. The moment of justice, of redemption. I have returned not just as an artist, but as a testament to perseverance and faith in oneself. Their dismissiveness, their cruelty, it all seemed so distant now. What mattered was the truth of my journey. That true success isn't measured by others' opinions, but by the courage to follow your heart, despite the noise. As I looked around at the gallery, I realized that the greatest victory wasn't just the art, nor the recognition, but the transformation within myself, the understanding that my worth wasn't defined by their mockery, but by my own unwavering belief. I had turned rejection into resilience, hardship into undeniable proof of what it means to truly believe. And in that moment, I knew I had become more than just a painter. I had become a symbol that anyone, no matter how many times they're told they're not good enough, can rise from the ashes of contempt and create a life that's rich with purpose and joy. Because sometimes the greatest triumph is not just proving others wrong, but proving to ourselves that we are capable of rewriting our stories, no matter how dark the beginning, how harsh the judgment. And in that I found my peace, my happiness, and my ultimate victory.